So how are you feeling today? If you're 47, we're hearing not so good. According to a study by a Dartmouth College professor, that's the peak age for unhappiness. David Blanchflower used prior surveys of self-reported well-being in his report for the National Bureau of Economic Research to arrive at the age 47.2 to be precise. 47.2. About 11 weeks. Let's bring back tonight's A-plus panel. Allison Young and Bill Caruso. Bill, I'll start with you on this. Not for any reason. It's not an age issue.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell.
I think, first of all I hear in this, did the government spend any money on this ridiculous
I'm a little
survey?
concerned
Are you
about
kidding
that.
me?
Yeah.
But what do you think? I find people in their mid to late 40s, early 50s, a relatively settled, stable, happy group. It's the younger generation that seems miserable today.
Hi, you're looking at him. I'm 46 in a couple days, I guess. I feel great. I'm in a really good place in my life. Our family, kids, career-wise, I feel good. Now, not everybody's in that place, but I don't know that at this stage in our life, most of my friends, most of my peers are in a pretty decent place in their life. There's a lot going on. Everybody's got a lot going on, but I think generally we're all pretty happy.
Allison, you're too young to be able to speak to this
Absolutely.
from firsthand knowledge.
Yeah.
But is this like the midlife crisis? Like, did this guy do a study that basically we've been talking about for 100 years, that people go through a midlife crisis?
Right. And what's so magical about 47 versus the
Point
crisis?
Point two.
Point two. That you're going
mean?
for the crisis you're going through at 37, or the people that are 27 right now who have no direction in life. I mean, I feel like we could make this study apply in every decade and in every generation.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I necessarily agree with it, but there's a statistic out there for everything, right?
That is very true. Isn't it, though, relatively circumstance-based, too? I mean, if you've got a great job at 47 and you've got a great family and you're healthy, all good. You lose that job at 47.2 years of age, and you're like, what do I do now?
Well, and this is probably where you're also losing your parents, you know, and so you start to lose. Maybe that's a part of it. Like you're realizing your own mortality because the generation ahead of you is starting to disappear.
But I think it is about your circumstance and at different times of your life. Listen, when I was in my 20s, I was ecstatic and I was happy about that. I was probably too dumb to figure out what was going on down the line. But I'm at a different stage in my life now where I'm probably too dumb to figure out what's waiting for me, 20 years from now, too.
If this study was done on any federal grant, I want my money back.
Same.